Right, we see my now was na me wakwa ba famra Ashanti Media so be like video and wa share their movie for na onu so nya bi ahwe say subscribe to the channel no so other room subscribe to the channel say be ya news update bi ano nso nsan be ka bi na wa hu nsem a ekoso e wo e man Ghana mu na Prof.Smart Sarpong e de nano ato nsem a ekoso ene Ghana mabunu a ene honorable Muntaka Muhammad ene the security service o mahwe ama omwakwa huhia mu pa no na ose enei nyama ekoso no ekire pefe se ampa oman adwuma nsem a mampanyi John Dramani Mahama ede betu dwase wafa nipa 1000 no atrosem nokure bia enim esanse yetimi afa nipa 1000 within 1 year na obai na nka nipa dodo sa ananse nipa 506,000 enkonkoto security forms say omo sanso person omo police fire service any de keka ho a nam so ema akwakofa nsem bebre enso ede aba busua ebaji bre na yakotie nsem no mu nkyeremu yenso yadwen kyerɛ fa nsem no ho no yetumi ede ato comment section
na omunim nipa dodo anu person mufa.
Okay.
Enti no say open nipa 5,000. I think that the system should have been programmed to accept at least times 2 mpa. If I say 5,000 plus another 5,000, then Kenya about 10,000. For the plus 3 mpo 15,000, plus 4 mpo 20,000.
Okay.
Me kasa because obi one more better form na start process no. But e be mpa along the line obi nya better offer be yin hu afrim. O ko 5,000 finchima hwe na be wi ase na koka 4,000 and I say 4 bibi ne wa nya 5,000 na pen. Tu fa bi ka ho a eye. But the system no timi allow a hoping 506,000. When 6,000 that's no quite from 5 there. Let's call a spade a spade. Okay. Yeah, kind of crunch ya. E do baby no. E be an pennyfo no mu manages our recruitment, you know. E you imagine say you benye sika free muntimi.
So let's cash in.
Yeah, let's cash in. Let's cash in. Let's cash in, and I'm speaking this from a very convinced position because you never nipa nibi. Sabe me pe nipa 100 do makoye projector. I don't think I would take 10,000 and 1,000 when I need 100. Why? And the system should be programmed such that first come first serve. More pe nipa be a certain quota because you pay 5,000 you recruit you started with 10,000. 10,000 let's be a bebem so be registered be na
Okay. On your opportunity.
Debbie. Now say we are conscious of the process.
Yeah.
Now say a sound man who extension. Senior 220 Ghana cedi.
Yeah.
Times 506,000. So
I'm calculating 113 billion.
The sikano ekoye penny bi de fe o sikaneba and ye extend it. Deadline cry na yemfa 1 week nka ho eni ye twagum sisi e akwakoba say the first screening process no etimi screening nipa dodo no afrim e ma just about 100,000 105,000 e na qualify na get say 100,000 for ni nyina akra san bebe fie because e be hia only 5,000.
Yeah.
And my question is eba ne saying and as our first process in penning for any kodi isikanechi because there's no reason obianti mi mama ncheche mu fufuru bia nka ho say me here 5 nipa ne register abe 10,000 eko 20 ako 30 ako 100,000 eko 200,000 me here 5,000 there be the system should have cut it somewhere.
Okay.
If not same penning for bi hu say Charles ka wade enim na miem and some ma ho extension near den nyina. Intermediate for me, the impression is bad. The impression then say, Sabi Ghana and that's interior ministry. So mu here sika because our mom must here internally generated fund no money that try this sika bi say echi.
Skaba.
Yempe bingo. But I will be disappointed if interior ministry is also looking at making more money internally generated fund. Budget aye chama mu nyina echi o sa internal generated fund. Obenya internally generated fund apesika bi kura ma ministry asabe mebunu mu ni adwuma yo mu pa adwuma hot sa afo no aho na wo sa akwakoje please enye for me it's not a good thing Inti matete say binu mo kase they should refund their monies to them. Margin mu no. They should refund their monies to them, especially where BR system they disqualify. So 400 and something thousand for like 100,000 for no proceed to the next level no there. They should adi. Na ye koye nim no mefutuo to the system no say if they are going to be unconcerned about the number of applicants there, any na say muma sa first process ni free.
Okay.
Yembi entum obia mrebi na emom no mo first review. Only those who qualify to the next stage will be required to pay a certain.
But Mami Musa, somebody on himself still unqualified, will need a requisite requirement, but still quite to form. What do we say to them? Also, Mona, if I say a reject your money be brain. So why was himself unqualified? Your mark criteria, you don't qualify, but you still go in so person to form.
Anti to form no. Until America say form no, auto na o failure. So satisfy the qualification requirement checks na e wo ho no. Yes say o height say fa ho shem yes say obi a failure ye bia form no accept no me kan ne kan 506,000 ne ho no. Enya minimum requirement no.
Okay.
That is the assumption. Okay. If not, they will not even have been invited for an aptitude test.
All right, that's true.
And if I say, "Omudomu qualify," but me dem mefutu say, "Encrophobia ni kodi isikanechi." Okay. They will come and explain and defend. But for me, I am convinced in my mind say, "If any nipa ni bi, say be me here nipa 5,000, I mean kofa nipa 500,000."
It brings a question to the universities, no? So
yes,
any forms are one
good. University, dear no. Where be a better form no ye was a criteria no a category 1 ne ye o pass say wunya at least from A1 to C5 category B for no ye say when nya sa minimum requirement for a university or a tertiary degree no a ye de obeko non tertiary degree no so so mu ho and even with the tertiary degree no so mo qualify na mo doors at least mo doors for the government subvented admission no a the university creates an avenue of fee paying for all those who can afford.
Okay. So it makes room. Yeah, it makes room for them.
Yeah. Okay. If I check the university statistics, largely they admit over 80% of the applicants. Over 80% of the applicants. Those who may decline admission, AOB, be unqualified, and also qualifying part, onya option B no fee paying option, no necessarily. And then at the end of the day, UTVC's reports normally are there. They exclude those people and give them another chance next year when they come.
Okay.
And a university crowd there or your income generating venture institution. Interior Ministry near income generating institution, please.
Okay.
Na sasabe mo pese mo beda income generation institution pa. E ma mo mfa any BF near obi o pa adwuma ye ho sika na dia be what is that?
Anyway.
Morally it doesn't even sound well. Anyway. That is it with the system.
All right.
Then with the NDC youth, Mafutu Amede Mom said they should begin to manage the expectations. You see, party ne wa buying, but a buying about your Ghana buying.
My expectation because we are soon the or more catch them.
Obia penny in the casa. But Sebi, Uju penny ni di. Nas at least who are Reshimuka Krawa system nimua. You would follow your leader quietly. Okay. Mu ye dede na me mu kasa no. Mu ye dede to the effect that emfo bia ka NDC ni ho.
That's what the problem. I want how no work.
Ezo pani no di anim ni nim say. Sabe ministers MPP ni bi wom. CEOs MPP ni bi wom ana CPP ni bi wo ministers me CEOs nim. Obia wo beba wo ye strictly party ni NDC ni a o mampani be fa minister CEO anase police a ye do party ne be fa no o mampani ni mbreso no okwa fa say 8 years
onene
na eko is that the impression they want to create that the 2026 police batch na ye fa wo mo no ye nyina ye NDC for is that what they really want to tell us? Then they should be ready to go with their government one day.
Okay.
Munye din ni mu mpanimfo achi for me you can still be considered, but on the quiet. Now, so feeling entitled, say, say the mommy, say the mommy, dear, say, because I will campaign catcher will be say, or metro abama NDC nyesa sa nipa na ebi onye NDC nit se but ukache ni nti ono so betu bi nti ono so has some form of benefit that he should derive into other Roma manage your expectations manage it very well
right
yato abawie ye na we yakoha new job in yese mu amuye adwuma assembly nya mu nyina mu mpie the new set ba what kind of impression is that so the impression is that wa ba adwuma bi e wa ha bia na wo ye do you get it? And they should manage
and that is very bad.
Their expectations very well. Then my last point is to the general youth of this country. Sabenya jumankwa ni police ni prisons ni immigration ni den.
Prof do ko hin.
Me nye police ni.
Oh yes.
Me ye juma.
Oh yeah, prof.
So me fear say na me be prof.
That is the issue. You be able to bring that knowledge to go ahead. But you must say, do we have that enabling environment for the youth as well? Say ombenye jumaye.
Unim. Last I think 2024, so somewhere early 2024 since 2023 numho. An issue came up. Na omu debate on employment figures say no. Now my view was that estimation of our unemployment no. Me government statistician share ho some Thursday bi okufodia. And I was like omu ye no multiple indicator and I say multiple unemployment, like all the indicators put together. This is it. And yes, Anka, they should break down for us how many of our unemployed, so-called unemployed people are only seasonally unemployed.
Okay.
Or are structurally unemployed.
Okay.
Or are fractionally unemployed. Or are voluntarily unemployed.
Fractionally.
Teacher niya na nurse niya won't see a police form. Na di America kotobi.
Okay.
What is that?
Wo ejuma dada.
Unya ejuma.
Wo ejuma. Opefofro.
Now seasonally unemployed you will be accept your ejuma. And so temporarily the ejuma is on break. It will actually come back.
A season.
Omu die a little problematic structural and voluntary. Structural for no die. Ejuma e wo ho no mu anko betimi anya na easy no. Oni ho akade anase qualification ye de ye. So there's a particular job he could have gotten, but he doesn't have the skills set you need to do sa ejuma no.
Okay.
We say NDC ba move for January after the swearing in. Some of my guys came around, plenty of them. And I see there so me say professor boy na say na den am so munya botre. What do you have? What do you want? What do you have? What do you want? No mismatch na wo mu nyina no say ka benya botre. I'm a 1 year, 2 years. And they are aligning something they set for be more qualifier. And can man for be prako. But by the time you enter in 2027, you enter straight at the top.
Yeah.
Ebi no tie me. Some are on scholarship doing something, ebi move baby trying to align themselves. Obeba na nya on nepe. And at the last group of people voluntary unemployment for no crowd here. Ejuma bi ade they will give you one excuse or the other not to do it. And na ma of friend who unemployed. Yeah, workshop bi wa sorry. Me ma lecture ni wie na on at the clinical side na one on one. Brante bi ba say near Juma na then na bisa okay fine so we general 24 hours no. O da sorry no pa ko si so be san da bi o. What do you do? What is a typical day for you? Ni photo studio bi na ya okotena na ho. Na ya o ye say na den kakra krasa na o de abafi. Hey, you have job na wani na enko what twa photo awie kra me mpe photo aye print fa soft copy no kra ma me keke kromu jiska o kan ho hyehyɛ wadwuma no ya one Saturday event ba kwa
nya no nya sankuma
enti orient your mind. A lot of the youth tie bi anwumre ya some have one thing or the other doing but they think they don't have job. Na munyina maso am ho police na ho na enkoye krofo na enko.
Say look at you some na woka bi.
So ngoni. No me ne ya jo. Sabe police ko chi krofo. Na munyina one enko. But that's on a lighter note. But ma adwene mu de so your bebru na wotie me oba be ma mpacho. Enfan sembi nyi yu ho anu mfa ho nkoka wonu mu ni adwuma ye ho. And na wo ya brantie bibi fa wonsa ye me be president da achi KOD we bia wanye TVET technical vocational training and now wanye STEM wanye science technology mathematics environment are already modisua some skills work wom dada no na koye humanities arts then for no you will be required to learn a certain skill.
Okay. That will be
as
your
part
policy.
of your job entry requirements.
That will be your policy.
Yes, as part of your job entry requirements. So that me believing in alternative livelihood. Mejuma ya me yesa me chradie no. Sabe e ka de kire nko akodi kas bosu me besu scan bedu na sa.
No baby ah.
Me promote obi a wo ye bibi as your main, and then you get something as an alternative livelihood. Utimi de no kra to fie niema kakra. Obosu me aketua ho hare ne kakra. Money unin sa no juma bia ordinary babri unim ye mesi unim ye unim trebo unim ho hwe na na. This is serious. Unim hwe. The people I trained over 1,200 skilled people, I think 3 years or 4 years ago. Who share beautiful things that they post.
Are doing, yeah.
Beautiful things. Near the anya hwe kra no when you baby do time ye. It can grow into something now. It depends on the person's attitude to the work he's doing. To say, "Obi okache say photo studio be no man."
Yeah, no akwatra.
Me dey me photo am dey man no. Me ko ye program be me na me man no asi. So for be na eba na ye ko hia na me ko ye o mu yes mu ne na me je dokun side no say me ye. Me fi dokun fie pa anti no. Me hye da say miensa me de morigu na me de go me ye ni nyina at the same time. Me go ka we mu kakra na makopa be nu we mu kakra na be nu we mu kakra. For me banku yen fa hoden na eka. Me de me banku me fa hoden ka banku. Me gro ho sa na ada. Me gro enya bada unim banku ka ne fefre beto. Ma mo he. Oh. Enti no me gusu ya na ma me hoho bi a oka asofo na ba na busuafo no ho. Ah oti baby hwe me sa se me hu se ba me no hwe me. Me kutil ma betil ma hwe we na me de more ni be gusu. Na be ye ya me ye ne ma me na feel me. Oben me no say abrantie. Nya me ye na kan. O mama mienu. Ba penini de ompene. Ketwa ne susu anka o de ba ko ma me. Ni ompene no. Ompene because enka me ma ko school kakra. So
one first to say
bada connection training. Na nka ma ko school kakra just na adwene mu no bi
bu
we keodi me started beton me dokunu kumase a mu nyina mba betobi. Get something doing with your hands because cast as we 2024 you say me ton suogu unemployment problem no so na MPP nti na make us na den MPP was so NDC was so senior. One pay bibia amfa won sa anya. You do be political footballs how.
But Mami Musa now teachers nurses be at 4 years 3 years.
Yeah.
Womu enye juma. It still comes back to your unemployment once and some year. What will you tell them? What will be your take on that?
Yeah, you see Ghana is failing them. Or mine na ye failure. Omu a professional path, but ye failure. In fact, at a time will come, me just a few more and I said next year, be recruitment for from. And no year for more as professionals. Police for more nurses, police for more teachers, police for more doctors. So application never. But if you have teachers and a year mutual post no munya be a pre-police CCABia, let's just say our state has failed them. When you promise me automatic posting, teachers and nurses, and you come in 15 months, aketua crown farmer omo keke kra na bia ya di omuhwammo, and politicians will not be bold to accept this.
Okay,
ye peja sa de ya nka obe NDC phone be defend, but it is simply o share me boss me ba ya obe majuma ya obe post me automatically. You didn't and no so just akofre Holy Spirit aba na bibi nchechemu fufuro ben say bintin ko mu nyina nya mu posting sa. And would they be part of this 500,000 people? I do. I will talk about it. But for direct answer to your question, as a manga,
any failure.
Thank you.
Edikan, NDC as a political party, Omabusu anything, Omo socialist party, almost Omo Jitum, Omo the Omobama, only be a fraud. Warm mobro, warm be a destitute, and here for pa, and the NDC for Bamom. Enti nanke ye hwese se ne obama ahiafo na obagye ahiafo afi wo hawo ne amanem amom so anya akwanya beto elupendi se de yewra dwoma amanue ato biya nanka eni kwan se obefa nipa ko police mu a ana soja mu a ana immigration mu a wode ne fa sa kwan we so edikan wo kan omso ye de niema soronku bi aba se enkane no enka obeye niema we se de tense kwotena computer anim aptitude test na omo kan wasem no omo so kwotena anim into ntimi wiem first na manfo wiem na bibia me de se prof for her me were lecturer so teacher banking consultant so ha obi age tum se wo ko school na with the computer na exam se wo wie ya results no saka hwa results no kire wo se na wo twae enti se ne nim se ye panipa 5000 eka menjin tum se omunyina wie at once omunyina wie at once nzi ka nipa 5000 na se ka computer no mutimi program ne se 5000 na o qualified do ye na ekate se na nye kro no na asisie ne panipa abo no agi oni bi esika de a na nke do 5000 na wo abetena ho bi ani kwa se nka ye adwuma bi mimi susie no no solution ya ke betimi abo ama wo mo a yem pese ye de o befa kwambo ne so agi o musika de no ke do 5000 na o mo qualify no honum na because yeah na beto qualify
one anka yosa will have been okay kabe say me nyina ya ba apply for job yem be exams nipa be 5000 a year we dey aka na say unya nyoye nti ya disqualify
say nka da bia be ato ani gwa say nka nya deadline man
no be that's why there was a deadline yeah go
yeah penipa 5000 first come first serve omo di kan no aba ma machine a kire say yeah we are what is wrong with that abros ntimi mfa na nipa ndi sika akoto isn't that better than say ebeje obi sika anyway me hyehyem de yes the internet say ji dodo na 5 yeah nipa dodo na ye ka ho asem no 500,000 asem de ye ka ho na ya ji nipa 5000 pe sanity hwe nipa we nti say obi ka kire me say yes say bie ma obi a party crop eno na na de ye bedu ba bi ye dream but what I say because the share don't forget omo ye campaign no yenya mpanyefo bi gina simpie nso so ka se du se MDC ba ban mu na wo pe adwuma na wo na obi ka kire fa certificate ba bonasum NDC for ka sa asem we in fact I na kan omo former organizer so je ne Akamba
Joshua
Akamba na kan nti enya de omo de wada basantile e ko share bo northern region se obema lawyer bi nko a yi abia obema ya fa nipa 100 obema no ayi slot 100 at their course security services nti a kire o se mo na mo a hye o mu kutupa se o mo meye nti na o mo pe mu ntaka aboni pa ja ati ase nti na o mo pe na aboni mo bo hye mo hye o mo e na adu sei bet asembisa ne se yes I say prof hu ni se ase edu nkati asam kan no just a comic relief bi but ampa ewura se edu nkati to da ansa ni wo ha o ka kire no opponent kra asa wa ye no so na wa ka na ayesere na enyina ya asere be asem no kan no ebia ne mu odu pa enyina wo ha no be kan akwase abinti na be ye hwe na yedi enti wo kan na ya asere be nso na wo kan asem na wo kan ye no enya asem bi ye fa ne trasa o se ye fa nipa dodo ani nyina mo a mo ba se mo pe police agba no mo pe soja agba no ye fa mo nyina na hefo na be kwa akobokro no hefa no be nya kromfo achi omo asan mu odu be amanfo kan ya ase wo se kan yesre me na bu bebi tam bi ase rinkati aka asma yesre ampa me kan ha nyina yesre me na se me kan me yasre ere de nkwase akeka baaye me kan da bi anim se wo kan ye besre nti da bia obeka nso na wo se afi wo kan kwase asem me na kan ye bebu ase edu nkati asem obeka ye pan mu pa wo se wo president adi obi a wodi dom anim te se NDC ya wa ban mu wo se nipa dodo no ye ntimi mfa wo mo na ye fa wo mo a hwan na be kwakọ bokro no am ya che no nti se wo ye NDC ni
asem no sa no kan specifically hwan na be kwakọ bokro no ana se mu nyina mba police a
hwan na be da nya kromfo a che
ebe de nya kromfo a che wan ga se wan ko bokro so let's put it right let's put it right
nan kampanyansa mu no police fo no dooso mpa enye enu mpo na be si akro no kwan nti nkase edu nkati ampese ye benya nipa dodo amana bo oman akromfo ni hu amomagya akro no bo na mo yemfa police fo kakra bi na still akromfo no nkoso endi ye bone endi yewu enkunkuyen ena se edu nkati ka kire.
Can you also look at it from this angle say so be a police ada dwuma na aka no so wan na be
ada dwuma be na okreti
adwuma be
be ba ho be ba sa ho ni nyina ho pese me yini nsem na no wie me wi amaba adwuma omo so mbe kreti no nti dia me kan se ase edu nkati asem o kan yen me mfa nyesere ye ni bre pa asem a sebi yesi asem bi wo ho a ese chiamia no nanka na ni kan se asem wetimi free a whole chama ya no obi a san wo tirimupo bi sɛ onya ɔman yɛ obedi so de ni kwan sɛ otimi bi na no kasa asɛm we asefem ɛtɔ so biem ɛde enti na nei mi kwa kutuma si amete yi misuma wo mo a na wo pɛ bi akɔ na wo anya in fact me di ya mo nanso minnim wo makoma mu sɛ NDC fo me ya ade bi a enwanwa ɔmo mefa nipa bi a emro so na sɛ ka wo yɛ NDC ni momu a ɛna de enti na ɛsɛ wani biri kukuku sɛ ya amfa wusu mpache o ya wa nyina yɛ ka bibia e frɛ no 24-hour economy ɛnya za nete sa ban wei ɛwɔ nimdeɛ pa wɔ tra 24-hour economy ne ho a ɔmo champion no yɛ ɛde fa bia bebree ɛhyɛ da tuatua sika ma nipa bi sɛ mon konkɔbɔ dawuro sɛ yɛ de bibia e frɛ 24-hour economy badia this is the best time as we implemented 24-hour economy.
Why and how?
Police for what that day. Yeah, to what that day. Police for what to Omona. Oko police station be at the say 10 years ago police or nipa or. But I thought about police ni baako penny day. Yes, already. And the police ni baako penny or ya obekona what day. Na ne ye o mabunugu fie. Na ye see di bibia ye friend 24-hour economy abay. Di enti na ye mfa o mo preko. Na ye nya se ye bekọ Ashanti police station na ye bekọ anadwofa na police ni baako penny te ho. Di enti na ye sa. Abda ye wodom ho. The 24-hour economy no ene ne de yen. Ebia mi wura ha obekire mama yen. Because the dada won timi nkyire mu. Be se won nkyire mu papa bi dia di enti na ye se nei. Manya dom no mo de ho aba. Ye wura kofo ba ye. Ye se ye penipa. The end of this youth employment yi by labor officer na obi akotwere ni din omo twere din nyina awie no hu se obi qualification say ni say nti yamfa bibi e friend youth employment mra enye sa da yewura kofo ye nti na mo so mo pe nipa ko police mo maba mo hu se mo qualify se mo ntimi mfa mo pa wo de ka mo isa CPU fo yi mo mfa mo nji no mo police fo ye and I say 24-hour economy no NDC fo ni buta bia ni ho
authority
a waste of time. Waste of time. A waste of time. Policy bang. We are seeing the lecturers and bankers now. Yeti Kromwe, Yeti Kumasi hey. LL. War Asquaquamway. No muno, and a gromuna, no more Jumada. New prime, I Abepo Jansen. No more now, more than 24 dada. A drew festive season beer demand and no one. Krom haye na asha bontim kwantim pomu akomea ne fried rice da bia esiso edu festive season ya asamai akura wo chikosua wona busheshe fried rice ona because demand na ye den e wo ho enti ne ka kire mo say 24-hour economy na demand and supply.
Okay.
Radio for mo ba ye no edikan GBC nkwa na wo na mo pon bo trofa shina o mapon machi na o maba if I see a mobile no take no back can one nyina mo case bi back can ho no na night club for fox can say first trap ne killer vino mo fa no obi ana and the demand no how die then but this is the fine opportunity say mo be create 24-hour economy nem say ban is serious ye fa nipa do no okrom na mpo man kan kire say o be make sure say security for be ye available ye mantamu se na be ya ye betimi operate
also wama thresholds over by the time on free so no afa number of police officers this year wafa 5,000 into subsequently say 24-hour economy ne ba or we employ more dey gum
eba ndi da be na
that's my dey of one
eno na say
ejuma be no be
deceptive amanyoku obi a wo kɔ wo kɔ akansi a wonni hwe kura wo ade baako a ugina so edi ye campaign pa obi ani be say wei na wo di gina so MPP na ye ba 2016 de ne gina so
free SHS
ye ba ye first year na implement in fact yan kasa kra nya nipa bi no mo ya amanyoku mu a na o mususu se sika ni wontima yan twen so kakra be ye wura kufu as da bi kwan bi e be fa so e be nya sika bi e be implement na ndisi fo so sere se mo be je kwan o be fa so a mo be ye because sika ni ho enti se mo wo gidie wo sa policy yi mu a I'm saying to you say enne ye so mo implement sa 24-hour economy no na ye den e ye adwuma manipa omo amrante de maba wanya adwuma ye me ka ama amrante se ne prof tu omo fo no You see, Mammy for Kakrabi for that son or can say, or moon pet a juma be or no, your prof crown or the juma be account. I say, Yen teacher for our nay. Much that the 15 months, the Intiamoka. Say, cry, dear. Yes, who swim up the way we are coming over here found bay. Oh, boom, me a sound blemish soon. Yes, teacher need be a wound now, but bo whom we show. So, Kumasi, our fat car congress of great demonstration, and you ready.
Oh, cancer. Oh, man, cancer. What's the man you took work hours? When this MP before no? But twisting now in politicians, this
but school point time,
huh?
School point time.
School be put two.
Whatever say 2:30, we suppose 2:30.
Yamakwan.
Nami wo Kumasi ha.
Yamakwan.
Oh, me wo Kumasi ha.
See Yamakwan.
Yamakwan na memra office. Yes, that we can.
So Yamakwan.
No. You see, do maybe my defender by you.
No, I'm not defending. We are setting the record straight. Yes, we are setting the record straight. Yes,
I'm saying. My point 2:30. What's me faka man cry?
Yamakwan. And they make us say. And they make us say SS1 for teachers. I will fear. Yeah, home.
And yes, I'm playing it. You said, dear, you are Ibrahim Mahama, TBR, what Baba says, so much. Yes, I don't even know I never play no.
Yeah, so anyway,
Here, Bosha was shared you my for a moment, Juma, not and I make Mr. Mansan, my professor. Prophecy. Mrantian for BB and come with you. I go for the cancer same way. Says away a teacher, Nina Peso Yemilunia, dear. For BB, account home. Ababa will be a diddy, I could for that some candy, no training college. And it took on Bufu or motor about Tiano. Now, so wouldn't you that? Make a chain plane. So the teacher and Quabba Bobla. And the teacher for me is serious, no. This a prof, no. Taxi baby, I am chrome your teacher for nation. Point to a nation. But what I say, do the baby can wear beboa. You read your mama and then this need baby papa bia. Say, so him say teacher for more year service we last year, motifie. You impose to more. Or more services, your maybe matching, almost you impose to more. And today, read your mama year bino, no, or send the beam back. She say, or more my back, no, sir, I shall say apply and almost next July, ya almost shall say a coach that day. You impose to two. Ego. Sinti wa wadwen ye wo se NDC ni ewura dwomama wade papa bi Obama mabunu manya adwuma ye no munua na teacher for no mawie mienu tifie foforo san ba be kan.
All right. Back in 2018 immigration enlistment and recruitment and out of the 84,000 applicants omana who need to me for just 500 of them.
Okay.
So what I say?
84,000.
84,000.
That's 2018.
2018.
Okay.
Out of the 84,000, Omana who are to me for just 500 of them. And indeed, Omo Jessica applicants need to Jessica 500 Ghana. I think it was 50 Ghana cedis each. It was a reduction from 100 cedis in 2016-17. You know, Abano Casa, Yentis from 50 Ghana cedis. And applicants need to At the end of the day, Omo conducted this. Recruitment exercise not change says cano omudi be a high ambulance omudi be a cleaning services a whole lot so what I say unaccounted for and you say open obia cut form say be so open police so open immigration so open fire service so open military and a nipa 505,000 and apply out of this number, you have 5,000. 5,000, no? If you move union MPP for Casa, almost uncle Joe Momutuasica, almost uncle Joe Musika. Well, or my young woman. And the question is, back in 2018, 500 in IFA woman, the remaining 83,500 in Omokojo Musika. So what is good for the goose is also good for the gander.
You are resetting. More resetting. So why don't you reset it? More resetting. No. Hold on.
No.
I can't Yabuto. Because
yes.
Your slogan is resetting. The aqua tune now more resetting. So why then you make reference to something like you say?
I'm making reference because at a point, what do I say? There's no words form. Prof, we are statistician. Just do the percentages. 84,000 for 500. And this, do the, then you come in and then we do the statistics here. at a point, it would be not, sir, enlistment, na yenye open. It was shrouded in secrecy. And you buy a research agenda, ya will fair me, yes, you be open, more be I to be. And you know, research, I can't, your friend is saying, enlistment, and so I know open to be
is it fully reset?
Yes,
fully.
That be said, who research, baby,
okay.
But I say, what be na baby? So, but when you come for no, you can would ye, that Prof. Kabi said, the government of Ghana has failed its citizens.
Yeah.
And of course, I agree 100% with him. Where we have to do a lot of reforms in our educational sector.
Okay.
So we share mabuna every school tifi. Now the vacancies are binding bet me and making available now. And Taliba Bia. There are thousands of students, graduates at tifi. Share omo apply 75,000 of them are graduates. 330,000 of them are SHS what graduates. And to what say, say your institutions are a give skill training. Skill training. Emma ye mabunu Ghana has here. And you can conform about one pim say, see a security services in Marco.
Don't we have them? And they TVET free.
Yeah, buying focus, no, yeah, buying interest, no.
Polytechnical.
They are under resourced.
Technical education.
They are under resourced. Meaning okay. They are under resourced.
Okay.
And we have to reorient ourselves as a nation.
Okay.
Now you're taking interest in technical what? Education.
Okay.
China is now China because of what? Technical education.
Okay.
And for that matter, say you be say yeah, say Fibia and Yenjangum, you compare security services, Mabunu bear 500,000, 600,000 you compare Bidia. There be a boy I so boy, by no so boy. So what I say, I was said the government of the day. Beef up these institutions, technical, the TVET institutions, you know. Now you reorient you as a nation, said Debbie, and yes, I be trying to kind education. No mum, so would you want to know Sabe Cambo my Bibiama Wahono, and no to bois, and my brabon day, every pay. Share and a Kabakusiwa. Professionals a bit my yes, argument, car no word, they are more than 10. Do a pump seat, do ya bang, do ya tie, do ya friends interior deco, do your way. Some of these things in you bet him the acquire institutions in the I could free hoba and a student in the free hoba. At least all be or no bet me a one hobra. Shedding and I don't sit down by Kusiwa. Professionals as a codan once and ye dino. Do be tile or do be PUP or do be sliding windows or do be Chinese or basic Chinese door, do be plaster or a lot of them. You bet me, and I'm saying I just himself with that school route to be in Cobabia. And why can't we inculcate all these professional friends say works into our institutions? Or we are school bar at least. Obedience be behind than to wait for the government. It cuts across even your university singing. I'm a lecturer. I teach a lecture. And there are thousands of students they still look up to the government. And that is not supposed to be the case. I was after university education, at least what to me why you know one say education is a means to an end. It's not an end, it's not an end in itself. It prepares you for life.
Okay.
That is education for you. And it's after so we go school every year. Now we get this and no what we now buying quite a bit more you dear. It is no.
All right.
It is no.
All right.
So what I say, intermediate yes year winning in any day. And yes year we you bet back the home come can home some. What is the way forward? At the end you bet me here to change the status quo. So be the messenger of the day, member of the NDC. There should be serious reforms in our educational sector. Attention should be paid to TVET, to technical and vocational training institutions. Now, derive interest. Such technical institutions in him. No move we banwa. And keep that transformation in because so Uma will be skill training now. It translates into what? Inventions, discoveries, and a whole lot. Entrepreneurial skills here can say young Korean financial primary school national. Menu me no say can how one the entrepreneur cheo. Say me was kana me be adwuma. What do I say? Young seek for more of the movers and shakers of this economy. No, I'm going to entrepreneurship for him. What I say? But at the end of the day, so Sikano or capital no what? What about the also ya scadbit madanis Mahama?
All right.
Young titi ye mabuno young fa insanu juma wura wo mu yen yi the idea say sabi university nkwa na wo kwa sabi we dipa ukosu atwere na kenkan nko ana wo ye nipa ene wo mo kura nsa no dwuma wo ma we mu no wo ne sikafo wo ma we mu go to the new site magazine for near that then ya kese mo sisi wo no eyen sa no dwuma nti wo mo nya nipa so what you say enti yema yen we should reorient ourselves ni ehunu say education nya classroom de babadie no nko a twere na kenkan mass no nko a me say nya no nko a so what you say nya no nko a
so custom ho anti mask ho
yes nya no nko a so so be nka say yan tudo maningo but there should be reforms there should be reorientation na mabro desire technical training so what you say ye kona ye kwa me so me kosu bibi ene uni bibi mani age students university students can university wo say ma no o ko school but no osu 3 weeks no osu a friend say medical pedicure o ma hunu say skill training no ehun here because I said the degree no so we degree we now to feel na want to me nya hwe a e kon bede wo hwe betia sikroma ye de anye so what you say enti na no yemfa do no nhye mabunu ni mu awofo no so yemfa hye omumu say oba no identify skill bi wakora ni mu talent bi woni mu a focus on that talent enye say control parents bi tumi hu talent bi pass akora say na akora ni je ho enya kenkan nya twero nko ha but o no akele sa dream no aba kele talent so wa focus kwa akora ya ro de hu tia na o hwa tontura na wo di agro mi wa say oboa no and identify that potential no woni mu a nka no betumi ade stepping stone na man no so dey abode bra nti we kodi media the SC say 5,000 50,000 I just say we na hwe nye ye ya ba na aba for no ha ma me nko ho kakra million man this for mesre say ye nyina ye bre so ati ase ye nyina ye bre and we were giving
that and Frank Yemfino so Yemfino
krada
besine Yemfino
me communication me na me sponsor my there nobody is sponsoring me come on radio I go on TV and I'm footing the bill but we are contributing to the national national development ye quota you should be me play and the no e ba e be so me ma ya I don't say yentina but be sure mu nyina nkran say ade na ache ne mu mu mia nyina nyere ye nya rohwemu say ye koyanim no the 24 hour economy no enche be buasim alright ebusim a babunu bia so be nya ne seso ne nadwuma ye de ayo me da say
the mechanic say politically we MPP we NDC don't be happy over this because say system na ne wo ho dada no it me address say problems na ne wo ho na can ne number na mo say 50,000 na kwa apply a year 500,000 so if the system in the past has been able to address that challenges here and then 500,000 and be applicants the point is that systemically or mine any problems den eda ho a yintimi solve by a national recurrent situation ni ba na pre-political gimmicks we na ye dede na wia na ye jai de ato ho na afena ko cycle ababiem ni asa betena se ni aka biem I hold the strongest view say krom ha meni obi a nyin tumu da say there is so much of unemployment in krom ha. No way.
Statistics say 34.4 of Ghanaians, about a third of the population of Ghana are unemployed.
Kwabra me da se. Na etiefo ehwe me omunim me. Na me ye bank CEO. Me kwa adwuma one day. Near the letter to mo se me kwatena fie nye den enye ma home. Prof, me buy ya na me wo paint shop ana me fa paint atade e de share. Mantena fie one day mpoda.
Koye adwuma.
Me kwa me adwuma. Enne se Ghana prison service for so far for be hwe me a omo ba me fie ni me be ye adwuma. The whole day singlet and I'm saying the whole day adwuma bi omo ye bia me kuram bi. Yeah so niema bi so I do admit that there's a challenge. But yeah so niema bi so okrom ha inse se nipa ye be dwene ne akoye nim no we are not doing so.
Because it's somebody's responsibility to give us that environment for us to think. Good.
Unim ade akun ye krom ha.
Anything.
Ya accuse obia within our circles except ourselves.
Okay.
Kwabra. my uncle school papa. Sometimes when I see before you know you cast na ba ne say also atimi do this level. Prof, meninam oboase in the year 205. Ana metie Pastor Chris. Nigeria Pastor Chris. That time na Nigeria for boys CDs.
A good tracks.
Then in the sermon of that man was you blame your father for not taking good care of you. You blame your uncle for not doing this blah blah. What have you done? Emra with me enya. That day ana me ball break. Ana me call guy when I'm say why the na show machine him no me permeto. Ana me jeye. Since that time I bought University of Cape Coast distance program. Me committee see the shame after 10 years. Na me kuta master's degree na ma chata e de aka ho. I saw the need said I don't have to blame anybody. Ye kagalam say sema ni aka adwuma ni kurom ha. Ene me kan ye ne ya am Roberts no so no. Munya ye me ankobo ye ko no.
Adwuma ni ho.
Minua Frank e kan o cite example a whole professor Kenki.
Oh, you Kenki.
We Kenki come on me the be channel back. One professor no go.
There be one. Oni baby now.
Because school bank coming to me now.
Get up.
Yes.
Your educational system no na me pay code to be from Edwede Kufado. I think in 1956 those times no. Ghana ni nya formal education classroom we pa. Na dwen ye ne say ma secondary school we nti adwuma bi wo ho a.
Me fatame.
Kwabra ansa na me be bank manager. Mi gigi susu. Ekoye susu monitoring. Ena me nuama e wa atwuma kwanma. Look back into se na me te ha na me ka cho se me mada bank bi ehye bia minim corridor. I didn't take me a day. I passed through all the ranks. Prof said it. Nya one overnight no the be Prof.Smart Sarpong. Wa go through why and so no wa tro be afeli e normal. But we are developing a culture obi bi obekwa gbawura secondary school mu bi obepie bia no ogiri se adwuma bi wo ho a enya nidie biem. And there's a problem na Pan African way amawa. Unya. Why is it that? Or have we asked ourselves? Ghana ni bi obewie school bi e pa adwuma o so ope cocoa board. Cocoa board balance sheet to show deficit. Edientia. These days I've told you, oh Premier, you better the hard truth.
Of course.
What te wa na wo se panie. Na ye wo ho aduru. Enti obi awie school na wo ye business, obi kwa wo ye dondology or pe cocoa board ana akwetena. Cocoa board so by the end of the day the statement of financial position oboka. But a honor will be a person call a dientia, a yadjene because when him say, look post or call Baquacunya or be rich overnight. My point is that there are so many opportunities in this country. So we will see dying now pay steam bender. The way we see brew chrome han. Just simple clean up exercise. And then Ghana prison service or de buy no. Or dini pamians I was a gang no or Jimmy 600 per gang to the nipa 2 nearby. Omu buy minimum 2 TNT nam say feed you. I mean we are no matter na sa dear way made the ball pa. I end up paying 1,400. Me smile be or koto gabins me yiri kokko ehye na ade mu na makoyi e de go na me no mu nyina ate wonom an ye che nam so officers me them brotherhood because meanwhile only boy biti entamo ho onya adwuma o friend say oh
the year kitwe
onye kwabra ye be hyase no Central Market ya papa bi efe no kwasi chei ye bowura mu ana entosi na no mo so a ne guo mu nsa achi sei no to so ahwe me ametena se che bi ana me ye sei effect no. I do admit there's that systemic failure but si yentimi ansesa ya adwene as a nation da bi ebebele mu obi. Why are we not exploring the other option? The Ghana ni bi ye bi a wonya certified na no me ni nwa bi o taxi driver was me there me pa adwuma fofora yo na we there me gidi se nam se na o ka se eja wiase any OA ofi ya no better that fleet of VIP buses no me nua ma mu tie me ne prof ni me nua mo ya nka te se de
mo
person fache ba na ye kan mo ni aba ho so kwabra matena ofie ha kan say me uduru me fie a even samre o paduane de menya body atwa no me compound I repeat it. Why are we not thinking as a people? Obia ti krom ha opese obi na fa na adwuma. Interesting enough, enkofo a ene omo ye level headed. Minua mu bebre, wakọ university awie no abesua adepam. And they are making it big time than yene a yeje bosom akatua no. With all due respect, we feel that the system has not been good to us. But say yene ya anya ye ho adura, that problem na make us say Edward Ekaye say Ghana new Kobora secondary school mu be or pe white collar job. Eno ana ekuyen entu be kono o tu galam say or no atie kra na say 15 years ago ensuo na na wosanom and ne obi aba all destroy na no aye din no o sen uwi a wo say aban emepam no kwabra matena hamaka if in the time past se me cassette na nado on that part the only reason I said I did so probably the LI is it 246 something we no free man I've withdrawn whatever that I said because we are not honest to ourselves nipa ni pe police onya kodrum ubusan say DNT pa no person okọ Ghana police service ya eho ready market DNT na person immigration eho ready made yes remo ye beto aso abremu enanu ye bremu John Mahama 2016 ye honase ye tu ne se banche ye nanado yodum 2024 ya tunase but the problems of this country still persist. It's about change of mindset, orientation, attitude. And they say ye nama ye ba identify opportunities. Me no nyina ti krom ha ye nu be free no off by respectfully with all due respect me nka sente obia ye wo me a me nyini kakra de mbetena atafo no na me maame eye wura wi a osekwasi fakọ baller na ma page bi near the akọ baller na yakohwe egu enche about 10 years ago enkofu bi hu say no yen maame mo ma na ye di baller eso awo mu no they are not happy with it enti enkoto abobo ya ni emfanse sa baller and go to them go to them. Why can't we think? Ye tnada be I wish to say can any politics in yeka. Why can't we think?
Also with the politics we talking about
Obia wo krom ha o pobi na ama na fa na adwuma na ye de ma no so a onhweso ye na eniema enye ense na emfata medema no si ye were other issues to discuss ye betima bremu omu nyina ye bremu na nado ankusi aga wa ye na famu de a ode bebo oman no ene oje na home ye John Mahama usuo usiro owie a obekọ akotena fie the 1992 constitution na kasa wotifie a oman ne behwe no oman ne behwe no wo shasie ye bibi ye den ema ho enkofo politically oman rising nyina even when they go to opposition ehonom dem nika koko school check them.
Yeah,
I can give the list a lot of them ofra bema me ntena fie en waste me time bekọ akoye bibi. We must begin to use our gumption.
Right.
Said they can't feel. Now you're nama. You're looking for opportunities within our communities, areas. Ebimaba or what fapragia me patch your gas.
Obaka cost Ophelia bro.
A lot. My men from Anuisi. Let the BTV 3-4 and the car ne de buy or Accra. May you hear me on fan me respectfully or other matter. Permission. Kwabra ababa ni wie school and who say adwuma ho den. Do you know what she did? Obo wura fie we ma who say cars ye den esisi. Obi ti say prof. Den pa so den car be kwa akosi washing bay no obeja ho akọ. Me the same pain I go through because far there ba ku free mu pa person. So the lady decided that
we refuse cars.
And the lady no TV3 sister radio TV stations a project say Ghana for nyina hwe no unim do aye all corner or de ekwaya no obi hu na no so no this person has a vision and no motor aboso ka matwani bi de ma no and no motor polytank de den esim and nen krofo akofa aba enti wokonu okodu ministries a by the time amote soro ho a mo be mo besi fom no
wa ho bia
kan nyina ho amamo
be jo bia so
we a master's degree holder na wo kuta respectfully ehon ye nyina afa de koye but ye hu aduro me si mi wie ye no me beta Dr. Mensa topo kini farmak o yes ade no enne was setting up companies onama or they wash cars umuno
the little beginnings don't despise your little beginnings.
Na me ye quick adibi so ho odaroma we dey 1 minute na make us a refund of fees no name me to champion so adwen say 84,000 ya refund ya any 500,000 so nya say refund no ma adwen mu no the ono an kan say there was a reduction from 100 to 50 and the explanation was to cater for documentations and papers for writing and blah 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 blah. We know. Utia 220 Ghana cedi ni via any reduction, name may increment ni via. You still have to go and buy your own data and make sure say you secure connection, internet connectivity.
All the exams.
Into baby so to data fan say 20 cedi na bibi kura na ka ho was an extra cost to it. In terms of idea, the idea in the past was reduce the price to about 50 cedi. Never take it care of for more expenses. Reduction in BNC this time. The increment to 220 Ghana cedi. And on kwanso amasa just ni pana sa
data
na bibi no the let's take note.
And wow gadgets so now dey.
Wow gadgets na only be so called internet cafe koko GOB dia na bibi. We have actually inconvenienced them.
Right.
And the final product to some of them, and most of them, we can sample. Most of them they say sikana shiegu.
All right.
Obi kura say o chura de na moto besin twem.
No.
Yes, noise about the background.
Yes, obi twem. It's a vigilator twem na nisunsun to hokora. It make us say yes.
Obi chiti, so the 220 in there, mebru ni bebre adwen yom say bukata
anyway, right.
That's what I think, sir. Interior Minister.
All right.
We can shut all this long story down. I mean, because for be at least 100,000 now qualify you come and keep that one.
All right.
100,000 still in yes kaketwa.
Right.
I am thinking say keep that one. Name over 400 and almost I can't. I think so to me. Yeah.
But that's it. And I know, and finance minister, they were true. You say about 68 billion cedis beer. Na ye kai wo ho say tu mo yen hwemu no na che say 8.1 billion there. Skano yitua enye yi ebi wo so a adwuma no yaye yenye yenso yaje huska edi because adwuma no yaye tua ka yesa akogye bia ka ho aba mbese ahwe the audit sector of Ghana na yenhwe omo so mo supervisor omo no so ne hwe say should we always blame the politician for some of these infractions, and I said those who are in authority and also you hold them responsible for these things. My says, "Remember, be 7 minutes."
Bonnet na emreni ntini nyina ya som ne. Your system no. Ya any search that will be accusing fingers at the chair yonko. Enyam na me we dey prof na ye. Enti the basis or the foundation na nkasa say ye pese to bibi ase a say handle no from no empimpi ya na ya jump Jeffrey ho na se wo hwe Ghana politicians amani huna I do admit law mo ye free bibi principles of vicarious liability say obi o hwe obi ase e kodi bone a ultimately wa wosoro no ba bone do na enye politicians ni na edie the technocrats na omu wo form no and di bone ne de den e hye mpanimfo no by nam say tem bia omu ya omu ne mbetena radio ni TV so mi ehun si omu ye politics nti ya na omu din na yebo okay me go back na me go through record daily graphic just 25th February last year ana or draw or year publication be titled A Decade of Irregularities in public institution column 99 billion lost to the states. Say kwabra okọ wanim na okaya na what the record no ma as to how various units, assemblies, any ministerial blah adi or minor ewa. It leaves much to be desired. The reason being that Oko Assembly is set up Assembly bia ansa na abeko bia ye internal audit. But internal audit no ko mu bi is ARIC. Who external personal or ye Institute of Chartered Accountant member. By ye nuama omo those for na enu omu di nkomo no. Akwa could research that and omo ka asem na ye ntie. Even external auditors kwa oduru honom a onim sa asem we dia wo de kwa enkwesiaga enti yen haye ho biem.
That's dangerous. Very
that
dangerous.
That is the level.
Yeah.
Meet me up numbers bebre umbe kasa on unanimity. Yeah. Yembo omumo omudin. And net assembly internal auditors. There are so many things they don't do again. Even external auditors no who infractions na ohedin was way there. Especially abaya or wa bamu. My men can say my NDC be example. Say NDC na wa bamu 2026. Na irregularities na happen 2025. Ye other NDC. Knowing very well that NDC now, and I said the government in power. I am using this
as an example.
Government in power now no most aquatina case in this one. And look at them say a West case now. So systemically, you created that avenue no at the amount crophobia. Odibonena no akope bibia eden at their cover no. So wo kai report na kwabra figures ni kind saying. Amount to was say annual performance from 2 billion in 2014. The infractions recorded by the public institution captured by the two Auditor General's report increased to 3.8 billion in 2015. Well, 10 years back, what the Bawanima na rising to 12 billion in 2017.
Wow.
This is the graphic. You can go and read this from the graphic publication. And afibia instead say or minor ye beko ye nimu in terms of enema enkoye no ye koye nim ye koye chi rather na meka na me da besi me field nim Ghana ye nya ebosia boda because basket na esese sika ne kotom no enwunu etomu na eko ekwa Debia, and you think that Okofafufuro Beguma over solve problem no, but the basis or the base necessary addressing problems in here no, we are not doing it.
And yes, as a nation, you bet me as a animal we no. You bet me a
my politics. Me kada bia me no shia what follow me submission pa me ka adwen sakra ho asem. Say ya adwene we answer san. Kwabranya mi adom ye tatutu kwa kakra mi kodru Singapore mi du Malaysia ana ye kachem so mu ne be fa ya be e de koye mi si Malaysia airport mi hunu dem hu ye all that I saw was ebe abenkwa ne hunu mi hunu ye
airport
no aben wasi airport no kra na o mu airport no kru no emu wa kakra enti ye drive through to Krono
palm plantation
e menkwa me kwa Singapore man sa amfa flight Mesafa aka etse Ghana ni Togo eye menko na Singaporeans experience kwabra say oman we be di ya ye ntimi anya reorientation ansesa niema abaya dwene a let's forget about eniema na ye say dey atu book so no because unya asem na de kokoto a respectfully to me learned colleagues you will be classmate and a lawyer and you will be classmate in a judge asembia ye de akokoto a we see no kra we see anya no kra no de o di asem no de na dwene ye no ano de ekwa akoto enti constantly untimi nkasa de we to ye de no kra pepepe no aye den wakoka no it depend ba bia wugina enam that single loophole na e we legal system no and of course e wiase nyina sa na te untimi nye den enyim firim enti obi be di sika wo krom ha ode ne be court
Obefan
no ho adi na no ime nkɔhwɛ trending issue yɛsɛ abante bi akokum akrante e wo forest bi am say Asante Media ni ama no na bɔ fi
what's my bobo?
To end my submission, numbers no kwa na ekosoro. In 2020, it went to 14 billion. 2021, according to it went to 16.47 billion. 2022, by from kaka 11 billion in that order. We need a systemic overhaul. System na ye nsesa woman no. Se be hyase a enhyase mfiri ye classrooms no. Me ka asem we wo ha na me kanam de manoasi. Ghana ni bi enhu se emfa ho ni sika dodo a obewi a e de egu pompaase obewu agya ho.
Asem no me da se. Frank. Where is why crado?
I think say for far too long. So we hwe bosia o man we yenya from our donors, our development partners. It is so huge, say you can't get Ghana for Frokrana and keep it because the Unum just analyze our debt to GDP ratio. So I say, can you jump a day in a boom in your own in our boma near the to a kaya de one? It runs into billions, a new 300 billion cry. But if you bossing ya both free a man miles foreign donors, our development partners, it is so huge. So you ask yourself, a hin as I can never. Concern Mubain, concern Bemu, and as I can koto. I know the infant need my was EDD. A politicians and as Chicano Muchedi. And I say, developmental projects are no. We ban one to me and we are no jaw enough waste about metwaso, no go waste. So what I say. So I think that there should be a proper mechanism, a measure. Be a bit chair. Either politicians or now say technocrats.
Why not this measure, neighbor?
Do
we have the willpower? Say,
what I say, a collective responsibility. We in
our Sikaya in a year, runs into $12 billion. Near IMF, 3 billion. Nothing, I should 12 billion.
You name the loopholes, no? You bet we are blocked here, Sikano, and turning for be a tenefa. And I said, since we are all beneficiaries of such a friend, say corrupt things, can be a encosa. This is a buying beer in Swadi, and as an aborta, and they say, Waba, no, I could J. Your friend Bosnia, no, I bet any friends and party members, Eddie. But at least we should come up with some measures, a system. So, because we do departments, baby, institution be more, ye discount, but you can go cashless. So, customs, for instance, we could do okay, we document in here, maybe a bank account and as a government account, you trace a money, could you never receive the I think that some of these things and measures will help reduce the corrupt behavior now. You know, that's how we could do baby na to Sika. Sika is also tempting. The moment our neighbor who is a deal with Sika, you are tempted to do it. Nipa. Man wants a insatiable, regardless of the edema of Bosumi Biano, say Nipa Nibano the Cacrato table, no so it's a sound mood. But when who you can't say when you are Sabina day, and your time, and think young come up with such measures, institutions be a while, Ukona young Jessica account in the honor. Could you have to never receive the bachelor and find the crowd, or services and said, Bibia was a render near the amount now coding.
Here's the situation where some of the information they buy and they say, "It's going to be honoma yen deliver but and so tuaka. A be honoma tuaka. You sign Eddie another deal la bass say yen sign kutia.
Connivance. So what a syndicate. What I say, cartel. Politically, you won't crophobia or hormones on a baby about almost a year or more to see Kubi or Muteri. You better. You best submit a proposal, stay the contract remind either say a shoddy work. I do not cry, but a Belgisicano. If we are able to tap party for a chia sponsor or more campaigns and near Roma, now some number yesabi, if you bother, young pursue Matanibi. These are some of the things I also see. So I say, said the whole can say why in be initiate such measures and also answer because whatever be the case beneficiaries no wo mu technocrats no mo kwan na die enyo mo kwan
de om kire kwan no
so fafa ni say oh enti we should be disciplined enough misana me hu no
okay
we should be disciplined and yen sorry aye kodum ni ade so should be able to almost say mo say that no mo fanka ho no mo tete yen so mo na tete yen from kwada mu
obeko no na ye
o da say any schools no any schools no the schools no so as about leadership konya wo say wo be ye candidate wo say wo faso na wo ye den wo da doma no schools churches because o mo na congregation adom no mo da doma no into wo mo na betumi aye den if there should be any change wo mo na betumi initiate such changes. Other than that, politicians in the Ujaya, because Akora Onyini, they would be better no free of Rabrimuno. Onyina a bear part a parcel of the crown until they occupy leadership position. Beer, or better try so the Ocean, na idea to tell on, or better or the Bayer Juma. Tanya, sir, pa dear. So that's what any school has a responsibility. Okay, so woman also by inculcating the behavior, good morals, leadership.
Obekwa sorry penny. One one is a biobra bonny. It's one day go get school come. They say that even the and a system technology grounds here, dear bay. I see another better key in crime. Fingerprinting ground, it do be any point between dodgy fingerprinting. And she said, when they but I think say we will do ourselves a lot of good. Say, yeah, need to me here. Says Sikaya Yakoji, the GB, the be children able to Yahoka. And see, young funny BBC hold neck. None children ba omunya so mfaso because she can't be good dem for more bia your mammy MPP near who didn't good dem since we did this as kai when invest she can't be a beer juma na mabunya be ya fine ya wo de ade but wo de beer juma ama mabunya be ya dia what we are so there at the papa ama omonka so we o say ho de menko ho oh yen cast we we are o man to improve so we are
oh and okay no I'm on radio so let me do the right thing. I'm on radio okay afuma bedu ho afuma bedu ho enti no ba wo de bia adwuma ama maburu na nya bia ya dia fine when enough because then no the court to be and convicting it but me no nim say Ghana $5 the chair ka
okay
so they say $5 the chair ka £5 the chair ka how would you save such an amount of dollars in your room
okay
so they say based on this friend say the scenario I'm creating you can see say from the beginning so
one person
and you know say can crown no say politicians no if by one way or the other ebedi ho fire be man o man no nya so
that is encouraging bad
encourage you but at least we are not encouraging but it is going on
so that's your five kwan ya betimi and prescribe we need mental and reorientation attitudinal change
me so be ka say nka sorry no school so yen hya se nkire or they say as part of a curriculum no yen fan kan your curriculum no Bible teaching so nim fa sa nimdie no and friend saying titiya ne dey enka ho wo so condemn say sorry nim be koso ho kra
condemn you dey koso na meka yen na condemn you I'm just speaking the reality so I'm sorry penny one one no na penny e wo baby as kaya yire
so no ye dey
no so no ye dey
but that's what we should start from somewhere
an attitudinal change just say you're like the US for no again it's US first America first
yes
into anything that will bring America down they won't do sa attitude ni
and I'm saying no I say the church free nkwara
anyway
or that school so no sorry no no omo containing larger congregation and that's larger people into omo there they can inculcate such practices in the friend say nkwada no omo de nyini a omo beda sa suban na di
all right beda say
say yen corrupt omo nko ade a
kwaku mamra hoy na ere ya ni ache ni abehwe MPP because 2024 audit reports and a buyer this answer we nyina e a buyer yes
it me hwe ne mane mienu me hwe from audit point of view we am aba afutu a me mpanfo de aba na ma hwe nyina asem bisa ne say eni document na yewura atofo sen kasa no e wo no ane ho ana se
auditors report
the atene say
ono na be kan
yes and as you speak there enyama
hard copy ni obi
any soft copy ni obi any bi no kwa ne wo e ma tie for ntia say but me nya kwanya bia na me kasa make a kuchuma si me Jimmy for say metna fidie so na me defend obi or den nsabo abansikam.
Yeah.
But adeɛ nso a mempɛ nso ne sɛ ɛnam sɛ menni ni amanyɔkuo baako mu nti no menka nsɛm nso nyɛ dɛn ngu ho fi ɛno nso deɛ menyɛ bi baakye wate ase sɛ ewura to force no ɔna yɛ finance minister ofii sɛ report bi aba abɔnten na ɛkyerɛ sɛ obi de ne nsa abɔ aban sika mu a ɔmuntu anamɔ baakye wate ase but sɛ yɛ auditor yɛwɔ nneɛma bebree akyerɛ sɛ di kan ɛyɛ nhwɛmu no ebi kura ɛbɛka sɛ ɔsi obi ayɛ adwuma wagisika wasande abaso nsa magisika yesa na waka ɔsi obi nso nya adwuma no ɔsi etua ne ka no deɛ ne ɛbɛyɛ afa saa ne ma ne nya deɛ minim ba ko
so bi also a papers documentation ne ho kura no wetimi di ayɛ onema
sometimes no auditors ne betimi aba ɛne wotea umetimi aba so mbɛ auditew ebi atam na mbɛba no na documents e kyerɛ sɛ wɔyɛ adwuma bi na nya available ɛnam sɛ ɔmo no ɔmo twere ɔmo nneɛma akɔnti no ɔmo kyerɛ sɛ wɔn show document ba jɔte ase enti answer na final report ne bɛba no sɛ wo provide ya deɛ ɔmo bɛto yɛ no ɛna ɔmo bɛba enti na sometimes sɛ wohwɛ park a ɛhɔ na amount for the documents ɛba bɛkyerɛ sɛ da bi abra mo ba yɛ ne ni wani na ɛyɛ bibia wɔ hɔ ba jɔte ase enti mayɛ mɛyɛ no te sɛ ɛyɛ final documents na aba abɔnten na we na diska we na empo sɛ final one na sɛ deɛ meka no deɛ ɛsɛ de ne family akwan bi aso yɛmfa ne family akwan so meka deɛ abɛwuram ɛwɔ me nua mpanyimfo afutu ɔmo de baayɛ ne sɛ yɛnyɛ deɛ ne yɛyɛ afa ho no saa nneɛma we yɛ bi na ɛkɔ yɛ politicians ɛnɛ yɛ 2024 nti no obi adwen yɛ ne sɛ akufu ado aban nkro mo diska because yɛ da dwa mu no o tie ora ya ba yɛ mo diska nti yɛ ka bi aka ho pajade ase nti amanfo diska na akreti adeɛ bi wɔ amanfo adwen mu sɛ MPP for by some be diska ɛno na abere ne abere bia no yɛnya amanfo adwen na bɛsi sɛ mo a mo yɛ amanyɔfo no mo na mo bɔ ɔman ne kro no nso ebi kura na nte saa so I say sometimes you can send be you say perception index the Bible thing and there be a politicians and I say corruption perception index perception there you can say be a perception
amount for adwene wo ho no
amount for adwene is what gathering of sensory information and assign meaning to it saa nneɛma na yɛde sense nneɛma ebi ne yɛhwene ebi ne ani ebi ne aso nti mi twam no mate sɛ yɛ nkwan yɛ no de bɛsɛ nkate kwan perception mi
wo hwɛ kra na bi ayi na wom
saa
ko ne hwɛ na sika wontimi fa nto wi nti yɛ
prof ayɛ kɛse o sɛ wɔnyɛ sika sɛ ɔdu prof yi wɔnyɛ sika ɛyɛ perception what you say bet ya ma politicians ya ma saa de we ba ne ye pray mudiska nso be kom kura no na nte saa bi ne ya kasa o se o hwe sika ekoto no obi mpaase ba ho ba bi o de ko fire no kasa no aka kama ba bi o de fire no na abegu ma me na ni mase but said ye tie ne me ye politician ye wura Mahama abra na DC for mo koto ma aba bi no otua 400 cedis ma obi a sa sika no o mo nkyere ye bang okoyi sika ne free ye politicians do say ne koyi sika free bang yen kan no kura nkyere ye ho on kyere ye bank statement e kyese okoyi sika no e free bang no betua o ma delegates ni nyina 400 so mo fa nkotua se mo fa nkotua sika no so dem kyere no but politician enam say ye kongu bibi won ye yonkon ye ni parties mu dia wey say saa nneɛma no
so nya obayenti
saa no no so tie
what you say saa nneɛma no yɛngya ya abre ne abre bia ye politicians no ye begu ye ho anim asesa na maka wura mu sɛ technocrats asema ye kan ɛba saa no mo tie akyi no ma so yɛ serim twetwetwetwe sɛ bi o ma no sisim na so nkwasefo no ye nyɛ ɔmo
ya kom
trabom because we preto no yɔnko na so na we preto no yɔnko na so you rat ames by 2011 ho by time Odomase IPPD coordinator Sunyan West na sika IPPD coordinator Sunyan West ono nko awadi no those 2011 as the same time over 1 billion check those days IPPD coordinator hwe wan sika no ono nko adi but ekire ene obekọ coordinating director me enye omu nyina obekọ ba bi omu fie omu asisi politician kransi bi da mase Gaza. Go sika.
The near politicians.
Because you better be prato na so. What you say? You better sika wo dem. You better sika wo dem. But what you say? Say your politicians. Answer your big jai sa na man ye. Na asemba ya ka na French mama obi amu say. We dey perception susu na susu. But yen komuni yen ko hwe asem no. Yen ja sa de na tambia nipa bi be fa ho. Adi de na ye yatena ho asun.
Okay.
Many of the systems, ampa, kwambe ne befa so ebisia no. Systems dey say di go akwam. System dey be saying, e bi ne say, ye wura ba o me hu say digitalization ya dey the way forward, the way to go. Ukota mahabo a, ye di paperless buy, obi ehun fa so na e ba so. Me sister ho, o agent o so kwagu. Adna mo de buy the abo na je say, ye nyesi bi nti na ye dwam no. Omo hu say sa na ye say ye no. That's what I say. Yeah, can you know, be say in Cranford, you pikinki. And yet, dictization, no, here, your mama. The son never when you be Nasa human face and human interface, ye free honoma, a bit me up, this kind of where this guy, where you say, where other machines, they need to be pretty. But, yeah, now make a video, you'll be Edru, no more to Tumabru, or ye be no discussion, baby. Nobody are to know, or missing Kagana, and come bubuno. Your mentality is what to say. All right. Ye hear say you best sensitize nipa no you bet more and the trotro new from where to a boho over to your car by 4 times any power we taxi trotro with him na ubu obi na unya position away.
That's a big question.
These are some of the things that we have to talk about
from Nkwalamu to Wobia.
Yeah. One of them show now no assembly better this say and go cry the can kabitum say na be say when you na corrupt act I ekoso wo manum. Inti se yen nyina nya akwanya na yese beka se tie na agya NPP ni NDC sem na ebeboa yen. All right. Because the otidwom ni ubu we na me de obetra me kama me mu.
But that's it. Prof. Ajumsem.
Yeah, inti no mesre me mame mfia se ye hwe se ye ma edi akire ba no. Omusuban be sesam de nyamesuro eni nyame kwan so bebo mu bra. Na ye befa ne serious dia ene mafuto baako wa bi a wo hwe yen wa bi a wotie yen bia oba na ekosku a wo sua nwoma sua ne aka no na wo extra classes sua nwoma sua ne aka no na wa pe bible class bi nso ama no ma ne sua bi makaranta nso a ma ne nko bi ya na usually ye de any formal education ne so eja isa religious and scriptural education which rabo fa ne kwan ya wonfa so ntemu a sabi onyina onsane mfiri ho yes obetimi aye bone daache ba ne bone ne ya na nyansa kura be wo mu sen ni etititi bi ni nia omude wiwi omu yes the technocrats some of them are corrupt omu mu kire bone kwan but sincerely speaking the image of a boss political point you know any ni taste ni opera o technocrat no survey na who say no opera
what telafa ho
na be telafa
okay
onya hu say o boss we
sebi
menya asemwa
onko
ho enti momie nyai the dodging no the bosses that goes to head those technocrats senior omuno ye wi ni akromfo asefo why are we dodging it? So it comes back to the politician. Yeah, do I kose koye papa ne so pani. Ofo se sebe. Uchi onye na nka.
Obekum bi abetutu bi wo.
Obekum na nka bro.
Oh David.
Nti be it comes, starts, continues and ends with the politicians.
All right.
Technocrat bi eni hon mo onu nko abetimi aye deal bi onu nko abedi. Boss ni nim set or ye deal we di aba or ye the bar quietly no match and now the dia man na boss nso afa no de
but sometimes no more say politicians okay me try former sports minister that be Kamonia ye chi ni dey go to Malamisa ade na esi ye na oni mo hwe o
e said na vicarious liability na
yeah me beto ase but we can say be a ba am money politicians in the channel sometimes we mo hwe Dr. Richard Danane was we pon adwuma Friday omo twen o betina but oh dog one say you
Unya dajin kai.
Unya dajin kai. Enti se wanya
that one there. Okasa will be irresponsible.
No.
Yes.
You know what I say?
Yes.
There be a wuji omudi. Enti me nka say eyo, but the ten say enso so sa na mani na ya nema bi esa wona.
Prof.
Sebe unye kromfo ana unye kromfo minded a uni krono dwene a ne ebebo anim bia no behwem.
Yeah.
But nkomo bi a wabọ ni nipa no adwen bi a munyina mafa ne se ne anim ni nti e bia na odi krata akra bana nim se efiri kwakuo na eba ebi mpa wohwe mu nsa me boss kan bi kire me pen se prof se wo the document bremia aya me nhwem nti make sure se ne ade ba no eye professor sebe ojimidi nti o shada kama meti ase be ye omu ye meeting bi na oye se no sign ena penibiti and say omude ayiba no so we die na se sebe nyame pengo mi nka se mala mi sa nete woni o subordinate bi wo sa woni coordinator wo sa de no de aba no asan a otwa ho be ka kire me say wan hwem media let us not go around the issue yen political leaders because to me no ye tam the show winsem on December 7th tumi a ye de be jai krono tumi a ye de be siboni anokwan tumi a ye de be ye den tumi a de be ye omani ye tumi a de be ye den tumi a de unim tumi a ye de show on December 7th they come and say technocrats are the technocrats back Abraham I'm not of that school of thought.
You have authority over them.
I'm not of that school of thought. India no, that
makes it interesting.
I am not on that school of thought.
Yeah.
The president who supervises all this end of year audit reports. The ministers from where this contrast here can if you free over. The CEOs under whom some of these contracts free ba. Ninina. Ya yo hospital CEO. You say doctors no prescribe a drug from a medical store. Private pharmacy bi nkofo bi arrangement ni adinti no eduro bi wo ha kwa no ahye kwa end of year so no the test ko ya eduro am prescribe list e wo ho no stock e wo ho ni nyina expire.
Whom do we blame?
Do you get it? Na ne enye obi na ehwe no na enye obi na ehwe no na nkowe health minister so ye ba ye ni guska na so ye ni chesi scan the way politicians sharply become rich. Nti ye chesi scan me papa bi wa free me money di o so ba steady mra no e fa wadwuma no ho no se da nya abotre hwemu din na hwe bebia kwan ne deda
na also wetimi afafa.
Nti let's not run away from this thing. The technocrats respect their bosses.
All right.
Sebe o ye coordinator the coordinating director wo regional sebe amako hina aba no obuo bi separate bi ade ma no.
Yeah.
O ye o bokro no kra bi kan jaya twen for about 1 year steady amako hina hunu say
we die
agrobe nam de kon so a ebefa na nam de kon so a emfa e start say e ba say o sisi ade aso agro na ekwa untimi nko blame technocrat no.
I see.
Mum ye blame mpanimfo ne nka ncho say enu nti na ya coastal like to aba mo. Omuba things must improve but Ghana ha niam hu ni say niam report bi say ba aya na ne ode ba no the propaganda na eba or my say or be cause change in the system or the be propaganda. The value we get from this is only for propaganda purpose. Asan
all right
asa menua ato force in the ba yi sebe wa ma meka say enu nti no ya chewe ya tum ya ye we say o ma be diska ya kan wie nya sa 8 billion MPP for so akotwe aba say mo so 2016 the ba 2017 e be all the time na mo dey 12 billion it is at 12 billion na nkwohwe ya 8.8 billion. We are only preparing the stage for the next figure. Thieves, July. Rakabna July. Come te shebe ameke women come. Ameji July. No, you see, and we are so comfortable with all of this now audit and now 17 are the please. For only propaganda purpose. You already said we be Emma ama CFO nso enye mpanimfo ni because sebe ni obebra wo ne so mpafe nti ono obi anya obi ani to no so nya obi ano no so ubu no because esrofo ne nse so imagine CFO be se na se so imagine and ama Ghana IAP so intermediate a kwaba na befa so ebesesa where would the change come from? I agree with Minia to a champon. Say enkwara at least here the nyamiso bi ro mu a omunyin ebe better and to have proposed say oh during mass classes they am aba ho a during Bible classes so far you can get
morality classes
name some be so far important here casa global is very very important. And then my second thing is that let's call on our political heads to take responsibility. Ni say blame technocrats no. E hon kwa point am differ and then because I think say technocrats they work under some political approaches.
And you hon kwa na differ. Young Papa PV Jandwa say, let's stop beating around the bush.
Yes.
The persons who make the final decision by law must be held accountable.
Absolutely.
For the corruption.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. And I agree with him 200%.
Yeah.
Prof, the other dimension is that the fact that report no crash say you know say the menu kind the final arbiter a court.
Yes.
Who could do court and America say we say it issue very complex.
Yeah.
You see, with some nebape.
And
say you had a very weak case.
yes.
But you intended to benefit from it propagandally.
Yeah, court system ne dear.
Court system no ho.
And I suppose you hey
Not the process kwa nyina to be the ho and just say
yeah brother so